we're back at the title screen. I think this is a really cool cinematic, and I think you should probably watch it all the way through at least once if you haven't, but I don't have the time for that, so I'm going to skip it. Well, hello everybody. This is Tetrafolium. We
Oh,
made it through the to the branch of fate at least, so we're kind of have a little bit of a buffer now. We can play stupid and lose the game. Um, which I certainly will do.
yes.
Um, and then we can start tracking how bad we are at this game. Um, I think now I'll have these, like we had a little bit of a black screen at the bottom, which looked a little awkward. Um, Before it didn't have a lot of information there, but I'm going to start putting the portraits of characters that are dead down there, so we can keep track of who's dead on this run. Um, and also like the run number. I think I had that on the last one, but I guess it was just the first run anyway, so it didn't really matter. Um, but
Well,
in any case, we're going to do a little bit of logistics, a little bit of admin, I guess you could say, um, to show what's going on here. Uh, our title card, our saves turned from green to red because I picked classic mode. Previous to this, it basically treats it as I think it's called casual mode, where if a unit dies, they come back the next chapter, and which is good because it can be really difficult to beat some of those maps, particularly chapter 5 if you lose key units like Kaze or Rinka um, early. But now, like we have no bandwidth. So we have this area called My Castle, and we have the ability to build some things. I'm going to build this Tetra statue.
Allow me to.
As for what else to build, um, we'll figure that out in a moment. I'm not going to use Street Pass. Let's see, update data. No. Check our inbox. So we have rewards here, which we can't access because we haven't done any Street Pass stuff. But we also have bonuses, path bonuses. We could take all of these if we want. The Dread Scrolls give you a access to a essentially like a DLC class called Dread Fighter. It's very strong. Um, then we have Dragon Herbs, which gives a +1 to every stat. We have Boots, which gives a +1 to move. So Dragon Herbs don't give you a plus to move, but uh, boots do. They're really good. Movement is probably the most important single stat in the game. Not to say that it's literally everything, but it matters a lot. Ebon Wing gives access to the Dark Falcon class, which you may know as Dark Flyer from Awakening, which has a really, really strong skill, which you can get with this. Um, more Dragon Herbs and more boots. I'm not going to use these. Um, Generally, most people who do Ironmans of this do not use bonuses and they don't use DLC, even if they have it available to them. And I'm going to try to stick to that as well, at least not using uh, those kinds of bonuses. Some people will kind of hack their game to get more of like these resources. Um, well, mostly these ones because they're used for foraging, which is a big deal. Um, I think I'm gonna try not to do that. I'm gonna try to not hack in anything. If this gets really hard, I might hack in some things like Chef's Hat to give myself more consistent. How do I want to say? More consistent boosts when I use something called the Mess Hall. Um, this is Lilith's Temple. I can give her food. I'll give her milk. Um, there's not really much point in doing this, especially if you're not gonna do street spot pass stuff. But sometimes when you give Lilith food, when you level her up enough, she'll give you money. So I think that's worthwhile. The records hall is ultimately not that important, and the private quarters are not either. We can do castle settings and change the style. There's some cool styles, like this Nestrian style is probably my favorite looking with this water in a way. But I think I'm gonna where's it? Castle settings, change style. I'm gonna stay with the Norian style. And I'll do some rearranging at a later time. This will matter a little bit, but not very much. So we could do the Dusk Armory, or we could do the Staff Store. I don't think it really matters which one you do first. I'm gonna do the Staff Store first. So let's check it out. So we can buy unlimited heal and mend staves. We can buy freeze. We can buy some tonics. We can buy some master seals. Technically, with the master seal, if I buy this, I can promote Corrin right now, and the early game will be pretty easy, to be honest. But I don't think that there's much of a point in doing that. In fact, it's probably going to hurt us late game if I promote Corrin this early. So I'm not going to do that.
As you wish.
I'm actually not going to buy anything. You don't really have to buy anything. Dragon Gate is where you can look at DLC stuff. So I've got all this. I've got basically all the DLC stuff that I could want. But I'm not going to touch any of it. For the purposes of this, I'm not going to do any of the DLC. I might decide, if I end up beating the game, I might decide to do some DLC later. But as it stands right now, I'm not going to do that right now. Because it would give us extra experience and items and money that we generally would not have in a run. So I'm just going to avoid doing anything with it. Here's Lord Garen, King Garen. I don't like that guy, so let's get his face off the screen. So the important thing is support here. So we can do a little support between Tetra and Jacob. I'll let it play just for the sake of it. I'm not going to generally play them unless I think that they're really funny and I want to show them. But this is just a little bit of a conversation between the two units that gives a little bit more room for character interaction, which I think is nice. Not every support is very good. If you want to see a really bad support, play Revelations and do Saizo and Baruka together. Like, that's a horrible support. Or a unit that's later in this run, Perry, with pretty much anybody. She's terrible. Yeah, these two, there's clearly some tension going on between them in a romantic way, of course. Although I don't think that male Corrin and male Jacob have I don't know if they have a particularly different conversation. You would get male Jacob later if you were a male Corrin. Wow, this is a long support conversation. I forgot how long they can get because I usually skip them. But yeah, that's important because that gives us a little bit of a stat boost. So now we can we can do some inventory management. Let's take a look. We don't have we literally don't have any items, so it's not really much of a purpose to doing anything. I am gonna put the goddess icon away because I'm not gonna use it. The HP tonic, I might use it, so I'll keep that out. Honestly, if you can save it for this map, this is a pretty good candidate for it because this is a pretty difficult map, especially if you are not familiar with like the sort of strategy with how to deal with it. In any case, we can't really do much. We can pair up these two right at the very beginning, but there's not really much of a purpose to that because I could just use Jacob's turn to do that on turn 1 anyway. So we're just gonna roll with what we've got. I could have unequipped this skill. That's maybe the only thing that might be worth doing. Dragon Fang, a skill times 0.75% chance of activating, so it's probably not gonna activate that much, but it essentially gives us a 1.5 times boost to our damage. I don't think that's exactly it. Half of attack power is extra damage. I think it's using this stat here. But that's essentially what's going to happen. I mean, there's your enemy's defense stat is going to kind of skew those numbers. But I digress. So I think ideally the way to deal with this is to, in attack stance, go for this. So that guy does 0 damage, which is really funny. Except he does 5 damage because of his nasty skill. I think I'm going to allow Jacob to finish that guy off. And then, can I kill you? No, I'm not quite. I'm not fast enough with the Yato, unfortunately. I think I'll sit here. Most likely gonna attack Jacob. Nice, he missed.
Hey!
And here we go. We're getting a new unit here, a unit that actually matters and will stick with us.
Well,
Silas. Silas is the childhood friend archetype, which is I mean, if you've watched rom-coms, you know what is about to happen here.
thanks. Wait for me.
Oh, we also get Elise this turn. I
Elise.
forgot if we got Elise this turn or not. Let's just skip through this dialogue. All right, so Elise is a healer, a troubadour. She's on horseback, so she's got a lot of movement, which is really nice. But she can't really attack right now. I think her stats are really good. The magic, the speed, the luck, the resistance. Look at all that. Strength, defense, skill, a little to be desired. But I think what makes Elise really good is her personal skill. Lily's Poise. Adjacent allies will get +1 damage and -3 damage taken. Which is really, really good. I didn't talk about personal skills that much. Corin's got a one that doesn't really matter until right now, where she's got a C support or higher with somebody else. She's gonna increase their stats. Jacobs is just gonna be helpful for Corin. But I sort of, again, I digress. I should have put Corin. Probably should have put Corin in a better spot for handling this. That's okay. So we'll kill off that guy with Jacob. Jacob's gonna hit level 5. Jacob is in a promoted class. Believe it or not, Butler is a promoted class. It's actually what Elise's class, Troubadour, promotes into, or it's one of the classes it can promote into. We're gonna get Live to Serve. Live to Serve is really nice. When I use healing with Jacob, he's going to get that HP back himself, which is really, really solid. So I believe how I want to do this is have Silas go here. So his Iron Sword will do a little more than his Bronze Lance, but I basically want Silas to build some Lance rank. Silas has a really interesting personal skill, Vow of Friendship, +3 to damage dealt and -3 to damage taken if the main character is at lower HP, basically. So I'm not going to use this opportunity to heal Corrin because I might want to take advantage of this trait. Of course, Silas is going to pair up with Elise. That's not ideal. And we get 2 more characters. Let's just skip this. So Arthur, he's got a good amount of strength, a decent amount of speed, horrendous luck, so he's very likely to get crit. He also has a little bit of issues with accuracy, particularly if I don't stand next to somebody. 71 is not nice. His buddy Effie she's really strong, at least for early on in the game. Really high strength and defense, not very high speed. She's gonna get doubled, in fact, I think. Oh, maybe not by some of these guys. So yeah, in any case, I think that these two pair really well together because Arthur is going to give Effie a lot more attack and a little bit more speed, get her out of the range of getting doubled and just deal more damage. She's probably not going to double. I think you have to have 5 extra speed on your opponent, yes, to get the double. So we're not necessarily in a preferred spot to get that. How much damage did we deal to you? I think what I'm going to try to do is this might be a little risky, but I'm going to bait for getting to half HP so we can activate some Vow of Friendship. We'll attack this guy to lower his stats. And then we'll pick up this kill with the Bronze Lance. That was quite nice. And then we will have Effie and Arthur pair up together to take this guy out. It's pretty good. So we want Corrin to stay at low HP, so I'm not going to heal her, but I will heal Silas. And now we've kind of secured the middle, at least for a turn. I'm not particularly worried about the units that are not paired up, but the ones that are paired up have this Seal Speed skill. Seal Speed -6 to your speed is really, really dangerous because you're going to get doubled by most things. So I want to mark those enemies off as being kind of dangerous. I think one thing that you can kind of do to help yourself out here against these enemies, I would like to kill that guy. but I would like to kill him and not be in range of this guy. If possible, that would be great, but I don't know how feasible that is. I can equip the Dragonstone, which will probably allow me to deal... Oh, it actually doesn't allow me to deal more damage, so... We will instead go for this. I think I'll be okay with doing that. So we don't really want Corin to take a bunch of damage here. I think I might be able to get away with pairing up with Silas. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Then we will have Effie stand here. We'll have Arthur stand next to her. And then we'll have I don't necessarily Lily's poise would be nice, but I don't want Elise to be a part of the dual attack, so I'm gonna just instead choose to heal. Oh, that was not fantastic. Alright, so essentially what I'm going to do is set up for Effie to kind of wall the enemies. Ooh, actually, we may not be in as good a spot to do that as I perhaps thought. Let's see. Take 5 from you, but we'll probably be out of range of you. Okay, that's good. I think what I'll do is I'll have Jacob staff use help Effie out. If you note that Jacob's staff replenished all of its uses, you can use that as an excuse to kind of spam with Jacob earlier on if you want to, like in the before the route split. But I don't necessarily think that's necessary. That was a very redundant way to put that. I'm gonna put Elise in this corner where she's safe, and she's gonna activate her Lily's Poise. That's very good. We got strength and speed. Very nice. So we have to route the enemy. There's this boss enemy who's a real big pain. And it looks like we're gonna be on a collision course with the boss, but that's okay. It's kind of what we're planning. We'll have Jacob kill this enemy so we can have we can do a little bit of a retreat action. Don't know if it would be smart for me to unpair Silas into the woods here. I don't think that would be very wise, to be honest. Yeah, so I don't think I'll do that. Instead, I'll just have Silas move into this area. We'll have Elise heal. Every turn that a seal is on you, you will um, this counter will go back up. So we're not going to be weakened forever, which is nice. We'll just have Effie hold this choke point. I think she'll survive 2 attacks.
Am I too strong?
Speed, strength, that's okay. We would also like defense, but we'll make it work. We guard there, which is really nice. How do we deal with you? I think we'll just take that damage. Ooh, this is not the ideal situation. Move Effie down so that she can only be attacked pretty much once. I think we can... We'll heal. Is Jacob in trouble? He might be. He may very well be. This is not the best spot. I think I will attack with the Iron Sword. We have a chance to crit, so we'll take that. Did not work out for us. Is Jacob dead here? Oh! That's really bad. Jacob's really important. Oh, Elise is dead. Oh! Oh, the humanity. I think we're gonna lose in the next chapter. That was, I thought Silas would be able to kill. I probably should have calculated a little more. Well, we have no healers anymore. Yikes. You can have Effie. Oh man, that's a bad miss. We may barely survive this map with just like Corin alive. But yeah, no, that was bad. This just goes to show you have to be careful. You don't miscalculate. Arthur's in a really tight situation here. I think probably the smartest play that I have is to attack. Alright, and that didn't work out. Well, this run is as over as it gets. Rest in peace to you, Silas. And rest in peace to you, Corin. Yeah, so that's gonna go in as a failed run in the first chapter. That's quite bad. Well, I'll probably do this chapter again, and I'll tack this on at the end to show you what happened, basically, that can mess you up. And yeah. Okay, so Embarrassingly, the counter is already up one. I'll show you what happened at the end, but we're gonna continue with this fight. I think I have a little bit of a better understanding of what I should be doing. That was just very sad. Not gonna lie. So we're gonna have Corin go and handle this side. First thing we're gonna do probably is hand that kill to Jacob. We're gonna move Corin. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually do want Corin to take damage here, so I'm gonna allow this guy to target Corin. I think he's gonna target Jacob anyway. We're kind of getting overrun here, but we're going to get some support here with Silas, who is the childhood friend character. And if you've seen any rom-com, I think you might know where this is going. But
Yes.
Enough of Silas. Oh, we get Elise! Elise is also going to be helpful for us. It's another healer. Elise is a troubadour. It's a mounted healing class, which is really helpful to us. She has a great personal skill called Lily's Poise. When she's standing next to an ally, she's going to allow them to deal 1 more damage and take 3 less damage. She also has this resistance +2, which is fine, I guess. I think she's a really strong unit, particularly because of this Lily's Poise. It's really good to make use of that. Silas has Elbow Room, which is going to give him 3 extra damage when he's not fighting on terrain. And also this skill, Vow of Friendship. When Corin is at less than half HP, he's going to get a +3 to damage, -3 to damage taken. So that's really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put Corin into that range safely. So this guy deals 4 damage. He's got 19 attack. Same with you. So as long as I stay above 4, we should be okay. We're going to take this Grizzly Wound. That puts us at 5 exactly. Okay. And we're going to smash. I do want Silas to build some lance rank, so I'm going to, as much as possible, try to have him attack with the lance. Won't always be possible, but we may need the extra damage from the sword, because the sword has 1 more might, but we'll make that work. I'm going to heal Jacob. And I'm also standing next to Corin, so that Lily's Poise makes her take even less damage. I don't think it will end up mattering that much. Especially since the ops are not even going to attack her. And we're going to get 2 more characters, Arthur and Effie. Let's just skip this. Arthur he's got pretty good strength and pretty good speed, but he has accuracy issues. So like, for example, using this hand axe, that's 76, but that's with the +10 from supporting a character or having an adjacent character. So that's not very reliable, and I find that Arthur does struggle to get some hits sometimes. Effie, on the other hand, is a lot more consistent. She's got like 13 plus hit, which is really nice, and she has a really solid strength and defense to go off of. She's a little bit weak on the speed side, but pairing these two up is really, really good, especially when Effie is the carry. She's gonna get +4 strength, which is massive, and +2 speed, which is going to help her not get doubled. This Puissance, she's going to deal 5 more damage if her strength is at least 5 higher than the target's. I don't recall if boost supports go into that. My hunch is yes, but don't want to spread misinformation. So I'll have Jacob finish this guy off. We're gonna get to level 5 and get a skill called Live to Serve. What that does is every point of HP that Jacob heals, he will also receive healing. So that's really, really good, especially when you're gonna use Jacob for combat. So I don't necessarily mind having Tetra get this kill, especially when she's gonna crit like that. It just works. So I think probably the way that I'm going to do this, there's a little bit of a more efficient way, a little bit more of an efficient strategy. But I think I'm going to try to clear... I think I'm going to try to clear into this left side, and once I take that, I can bottleneck on this bridge. Or do I want to do it that way, or do I want to bottleneck down here? I think actually I want to bottleneck on the bottom. Okay, that's what I'll attempt to do. I'll just put Silas in range to lower the attack of these, or lower the HP of these guys. And that'll be fine. You want to be careful about these pair-up guys. They have this seal speed. You're going to get -6 to your speed stat, which means that basically everything is going to double you. And if you're getting doubled by these relatively high attack enemies, you're going to be in a really, really dire situation. I'm going to move Jacob down and heal and take advantage of this Live to Serve. I think I will have Silas attack this guy. And then we will have somebody else finish off this guy. Probably going to be Corin. Just for the sake of clearing out some guys, I'm going to let this guy trail Effie. We'll heal Silas. Yeah, and Effie does a really solid amount of damage. Alright. I definitely want to deal as much damage as possible to these guys. We'll have Effie move down to this spot. Elise can heal her. And then Jacob can kind of just stand over here. That's that Lily's Poison action, -3 damage taken. Alright, so this guy, the boss, he's got some pretty nasty skills. So this Grizzly Wound that everybody has. Savage Blow is kind of an area of effect version of Grizzly Wound. But only when he initiates combat. Grizzly Wound, anytime anytime you are in combat with this guy, if you don't kill him, he's gonna be nasty to you. And then this last one is Wary Fighter. So this monster will not be able to double, but we also won't be able to double it, which is good in some ways, bad in others. I'll have Silas finish that guy off.
On my on.
And we're gonna engage. I'm gonna have Jacob stand in dual strike. A, to get both of their HP back up, and B, so that I can hopefully hit with the Iron Dagger and get a debuff on this monster. As for these two, I think I'll just let them sit. And then Cora and I will move. I'll keep Cora in here. I think that's okay. Nice. The mist does not stop the seal speed from happening, but it does at least put us in. It does at least give us a little bit more HP. And if we can finish this guy off before he switches to his butt buddy, that would be really nice. Nice. So this enemy deals 9 damage to us. We can heal to get back up to 15 HP. So I'll just wait there. And then staff, heal Silas. Most likely this op is going to attack Jacob, so I'm going to place Tetra for potential dual strike. And then I don't think I have to heal Effie this turn, so I won't. Should be taking 0 damage here. Oh, well, 2 damage. That's basically 0.
Am I too strong?
Okay, we got strength, skill, luck, and defense. Speed would be good, but Effie does not have a particularly high speed growth. I think it's somewhere in like the 40 to 50 range. So not bad for an armor knight, but yeah, we want strength and defense. Strength is really big for Effie, so we can get the puissance proc. How much damage do I take? 13. I don't think I heal enough. So I'm gonna pivot my healers. We'll heal Effie back up to full and get a little bit of HP for Jacob. And then we have a chance to kill this guy. Which I think is probably the smart move to go for. We had an 81. I'm going to check to see if the Dragonstone still allows us to get the kill and if it's higher accuracy. It is not, so we're going to roll with the Yato. All right, let's make the dream work. Silas gets a very nice kill there. That is amazing. So at least we can just allow her to just stand here and give Effie some more support. I'll kill this guy. And I think we're just in a good spot here. And then everybody's completely bottlenecked, so we have a very reasonable chance to get through this without losing any characters, which is definitely ideal. Let's just have Effie kill this guy. Have Silas move over, heal with Elise, and then heal Effie just to make sure that she's fine. I think she would be fine either way. But we'll get a level, cheeky level up for Jacob.
This won't do.
Strength and speed, we'll take it. And then, yeah, we'll just wait here. Okay. I think... So we don't have any more... Good news is we don't have any more seal speed guys after this guy's dead, so we're not in extreme danger. But I'm gonna have Effie handle this guy.
Am I too strong?
Oh, that was a great level up. And then we're gonna try to get Silas a few more kills if we can manage it. I'm a little worried about the poison strike guy. Oh, and that's him, so. We're not doubling any of them, so I'm not too worried, and we can't get a crit with the Bronze Lance, so I'm not worried about like exposing Silas to too much danger. I will use heal one more time with Elise just to get her some more experience. The healers can be tough to get experience on, so I will try to use the heal staves as much as is reasonable. Level 6, we're getting magic, speed, that's good. Just kill this guy off. More speed and more defense, really good. So, yeah, we're not gonna outspeed these guys, but it's quite good. I'll put Jacob there just so we can build some support. I know that there's a kind of a a little bit of a calculation on how supports work, and you can't just indefinitely build supports for every pair of units that you have, but you can do at least a little bit. So we will try. Ideally, we would get Silas to D lances here, which I don't think is going to be possible with the one enemy that we have left. It is technically possible. And I'm gonna use this heal kind of unnecessarily, just to get a little bit of experience though. But now we have a level 9 Silas. Silas is gonna be
Yes.
really strong for us, so that was good. I was very happy with that.
All right. Woo!
And yeah, I mean that's this
We made it.
chapter.
Yes.
You may.
I can.
I'm gonna skip through this. So we made it one chapter into Conquest, basically. Um, we have the opportunity to build more. The mess hall is something that is really good, and we will be making eventually, but I'm not going to use it for the next chapter. So I'm going to build the armory. We can go around and talk to these people. We got a mushroom staff. So some people are not very keen on using like items that you get from the My Castle. I think I will use them until I determine that it's like that it's not ethical, I guess. This is already going to be a hard enough run. If I can help myself out, I'll help myself out. We're just gonna skip through these. Okay, Effie, which is nice, and then Elise and Effie is also pretty good. The private quarters here, you can use this as an opportunity to invite an ally and build more support. I guess of these, I'll do Jacob, because we're probably decently close to a B.
Here.
If you're playing the Japanese version, there's like a petting thing that you can do. Hello? Hello? What happened to my game? I hope that didn't mess up my progress. But if it did, well, we got through the chapter. All I'm going to do is rebuild that Dusk Armory and then do the supports and get Jacob in. I guess my game just kind of froze. That's not nice. But in any case, we will see you guys probably for the next chapter sometime soon.